What's up, everybody? I am QB for Culturalist Theory, and today we're going to be ranking the 5 studio albums released by Atlanta-based trio TLC, comprised of Tion T-Boz Watkins, Rosanda Chili Thomas, and the late Lisa Left Eye Lopez. These ladies are responsible for some of the biggest hits in music history, including Baby Baby Baby, No Scrubs, and Waterfalls. Active from 1992 through 2017, TLC's second and third album alone have a combined sale of more than 25 million records across the globe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this list. Number 5, TLC. Final album from the beloved trio turned duo TLC enters the countdown at the bottom of the list, which probably surprises absolutely none of you. Released 15 years after their previous effort, honestly there's nothing terribly wrong with this album. Yes, Left Eye's presence is sorely missed, but T-Boz and Chili's vocals sound just the way you remember them from the 90s. The sole American single Way Back features Snoop Dogg and has a feel-good vibe going on, as does the Earth, Wind & Fire sampled It's Sunny. We even got a track called A Motherfucker, because, well, they just felt like it. It's not the catchiest MFer song out there, say like Sexy MF by Prince. Sexy motherfucker shaking that ass, shaking that ass, shaking that ass. But it's here for your listening pleasure. What's really missing though is that TLC magic that made the world fall in love with them way back in '92. No massive hits or hidden gems are tucked away here. This album is largely invisible compared to their earlier work, and didn't do any sales numbers to speak of. However, it still managed to break into the top 40 of the Billboard 200 at number 38 and number 20 on the hip hop and R&B chart, being their lone album without the LaFace Arista machine behind them. Number 4, 3D. Released 6 months after the tragic passing of group member Lisa Left Eye Lopez, T-Boz and Chili were left to complete 2002's 3D without input from the group's rap voice and creative genius Left Eye. Despite this major loss, her impact is still made throughout the album on tracks such as Quickie, Over Me, and the lead single Girl Talk. Yes, fellas, when the girls feel like you ain't putting in that work, they most definitely gonna talk about it to their girlfriends. And they wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it go. Some of y'all be fooling us, big feet, big hands, just plain big, but sex ain't worth a damn. 2 additional singles followed that, including the Babyface and Daryl Simmons pens Hands Up and Damage, which led to the album selling gold and charting in the top 10 on both the Billboard 200 and hip hop and R&B charts. Some BA love is also spread around on 3D, with production by the Neptunes on the mid-tempo In Your Arms Tonight, while Missy and Timbaland leave their mark on Dirty Dirty. Overall, this is a pretty solid effort, though it was clear that TLC was never gonna be the same again. Okay, so real quick, Lisa Lopez happened to be the only member of TLC to ever release a solo project. Supernova was initially released internationally, but due to poor sales across the pond, it never received an official US release. The album never hit streaming services either, but we're pretty sure you found a way to check it out. And if that's you, leave a comment below and let us know what you think. What's your favorite song from Supernova? All right, on to the top 3. Number 3, Ooh on the TLC tip. In an era where everyone was trying to look and sound like no one else, TLC immediately stood out when they dropped their very girly and colorful debut album, Ooh on the TLC tip, in the top part of 1992. When their first song and video, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, hit, T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili made it known off the top that they know exactly what they want and aren't afraid to speak on it either, while rocking pastel-colored, extra baggy clothes and supersized Jimmy hats to make sure they left a lasting impression. The follow-up, Baby Baby Baby, let the world know that these girls can actually sing a little something too. So well, in fact, that this became their first #1 hit on the Billboard Hip Hop and R&B chart. By the time the third and fourth singles, What About Your Friends and Hat to the Back, came out, their music had already begun dominating the airwaves, eventually moving 5 million units. It didn't hurt that on their first national tour, they found themselves opening up for Mr. Too Legit to Quit himself, MC Hammer. While most of the album tracks were pretty forgettable, Ooh on the TLC tips was quite impressive debut for the young trio fresh out of the A. Number 2, Fan Mail. 4 long years after their biggest taste of success and a recovery from bankruptcy, health issues, and all sorts of other problems, TLC finally completed their follow-up to Crazy Sexy Cool, entitled Fan Mail. Intending to pick up where they left off, frequent collaborator Dallas Austin was at the helm of this project and handled most of the production. However, it was the efforts of producer Kevin Shakespeare Briggs alongside the pen game of Candy and Tiny from fellow A-Town girl group Escape that proved to be most significant. That's right, we're talking about the #1 smash hit anthem calling out all you guys who be serving as the initial single from the album. No Scrubs' influence cannot be denied. They single-handedly coined the term, defining lackadaisical men around the world ever since. And we're being nice here. But there was much more in store for the fans to eat up as well. Unpretty was another #1 smash hit on the charts, holding that position for 3 weeks in a row. Other album tracks like Silly Ho, I'm Good at Being Bad, and the heartfelt ballad I Miss You So Much would keep this collection in heavy rotation. Fan Mail would hold the top spot on both the US Billboard 200 and hip hop and R&B charts, going diamond in the process. Interesting fact, the album version of No Scrubs did not feature Left Eye's rap verse, yet it is on the Now and Forever Hits collection as well as the music video. Following the massive popularity of No Scrubs, Sneeze and You Missed It, the Sporty Thieves dropped a mildly entertaining response song called No Pigeon, which was a blip on the radar by comparison. Do you remember that? If you do, what was your favorite response line from it? Jot it down in the comment section, alright? #1, Crazy Sexy Cool. All but destroying any thoughts of a sophomore jinx, Crazy Sexy Cool saw the return of TLC in late '94 with an updated image and sound that will push them into the stratosphere of stardom. Where do we even begin with this one? Let's see. Both Creek and signature song Waterfalls topped the charts for 4 and 7 consecutive weeks respectively. Both were also in the top 3 of the '95 Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles, edged out by Coolio's Gangsta Paradise. They had multiple award nominations, 2 Grammy wins, 2 more top 10 hits with Digging on You and Red Light Special. Second highest selling album by a female vocal group, moving more than 15 million copies worldwide. You name it, and they did it. Even outside of music, TLC grabbed major headlines, most notably for the infamous house burning incident involving Left Eye.
As we flex and get fly, you cry, the roof is on fire, but my name ain't Left Eye.
But despite that situation, the group solidified their place in the music world with Crazy Sexy Cool. You can still catch Creep and Waterfalls playing on your local radio station to this day, like they just came out last week. And remember how we mentioned Prince earlier? Well, they even managed to cover a Prince song on this album by way of If I Was Your Girlfriend for good measure. An album this impactful only comes around every so often, and once a career for most artists, if that, which is why Crazy Sexy Cool tops our list here today. That's gonna do it for us here on Culturalist Theory. I'm QB, of course. What are your thoughts? Let us know if we got it right. Do you agree or disagree? And tell us your favorite TLC album and song. Hit that subscribe and notification bell while you're at it, and we'll catch you on the next one.